Now let's build Catapult from a spring. Okay, we can save our with a spring constraint, and we'll use that later. We'll make that Catapult. What's that? Throw a pie. After I explain you, it's related today or tomorrow. We'll go through n particles, and we'll build a pie, foam pie, with air particles. We'll put it on a plate and throw through with a Catapult. So let's save this one. New scene. All right, so a few more primitives. That'll be a stopper, somewhere here. And then this is going to be our passive body, the stopper, the upper cube. And this cube is going to be our Catapult.
And do we need a plane on the ground?
Passive, no, passive rigid body. So we take that passive rigid body, the bottom one, and apply hinge constraint, move the bottom to the side, and select it again and apply spring constraint, and move it up. And now give it some range. Let's say 400, doesn't matter. No, the bottom one is active.
Okay.
So we select, let's make sure it's active. Ah, okay, let's make sure it's active. One.
Top one is passive.
Top one is passive. Zero will be off and one will be on.
Sorry, a hinge on one side.
A hinge on which one? On one of the
bottom
one you
on the
do
bottom.
hinge, and you move the hinge over to the side. And then you also give it a spring?
A spring to pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like in real life. Never build a Catapult?
Catch.
Not recently. Oh, and you want them all.
Let's play with the soft body. And we don't use much soft bodies in Maya because we have encloth right now. But that will give you an idea how encloth actually works. So let's make a polygon, the cube. Yeah, I wanted to show you, I wanted to convert that cube into soft body to show you how encloth built. Because we'll probably never use soft bodies no more. These not, because it's all, it's like how the encloth works. So we'll just do it by hand. Encloth has it all hidden. So let's select the cube, give it some, oh, I deleted the cube, no, history. Okay, I'll make a new one.
Yeah, it's just supposed to sort of.
Make it
Give it some divisions. So we got more vertices.
So in the inputs node of the cube, so you have to, you guys
Yeah.
haven't done
Sorry.
much modeling. In the inputs node on the channel box, just add some subdivisions. How many do you want? Three?
Right here, three is good enough. Now we got a cube, and let's delete the history. And then we go and create, instead of active rigid body, we make it soft body. So now, what happens is when I create soft body, is that if I deselect everything and I show only, what is that, dynamics, particles, no particles. Dynamics. If I no dynamics. What you see is this, is that we have on every vertex of that cube. Remember we subdivided 3 times. We have particles. Particle put in every.
So go show none, and then show dynamics.
Show none and show dynamics.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you make a soft body though?
Yeah.
Select the particle.
And
but they're just too small. I think the particles. Yeah, if you don't see the particles, go to outliner.
Some of these, sometimes.
The points are too small. What you do is you go to shape, particle shape.
You don't see them?
You see that?
Yeah, look, they're right.
Yeah, because the point is too small. So if you go to particle shape and you scroll down to render attributes, and you select current type,
3 by 3 by 3.
you have point size here.
How many particles are you supposed to have?
Every vertex will have one particle. So let's show all again, so we can see everything. Now we select the cube. Now we select the particles, and our catapult. And we go to dynamics, we go to particles, make collide. So in this way, the rigid body will collide with the, or any object will collide with particles when you click make collide. We'll go through particles soon. So you see what happens? You push the particle, whichever particles hits the board, flies off. Now how do we? All right, you want to keep it, right? You don't want to do that crazy thing. Yeah. So what you do here, we apply spring to those particles. We go to soft rigid bodies and we create springs.
So we select the particles.
We select the particles. And when this is the spring options, so creation method, wireframe, minimax. I think minimax is minimax. So you'll see. You see, if I select wireframe, it will go only around the wireframe. But we want the like these particles to have a spring between. We want to keep the shape, so we want particle pretty much springs all over the place. That's how enclosed works.
How do you select just the particles and not the?
In the outline editor, right here, outliner.
I'm getting the cube too.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
you open the cube
If you do it.
and select the particle. So the particle will be blue and the cube will be like grayish, darker blue. So you only select the particle. I know. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so now we got to put springs, and it's minimum distance, maximum distance. If you don't want to, if I hit right now,
Do you add the spring with the soft rigid body?
yeah. So you go soft rigid bodies, and you add, you make create springs. And now, let's go over. So creation method, we have all. So it will connect all the particles, or minimum maximum, which says, for example, in between these particles, I don't want them to connect. I want them to go further. So I'll say minimum distance is 2 or something. And maximum distance, I don't want to connect like further particles, because now if you have a really big body, it will just be too many springs. But let's just do all. Create. And now we have a jello. Let's move it a little, please. So that's our primitive enclave of the past. And then
did you just do the create with the
all. I did all. Huh?
no, sorry, did you when you clicked create springs when you just selected the
Oh my
Particles. The particles.
Cool.
So you see that jello. So you can change the spring stiffness, for example. So it will be stiff, you know. And here's, instead of 1, you can add 10. It will be less. It will be more stiff. And then there's damping as well. No, damping is not good here. Keep it 0, 1.
Did you put anything else other than all in that? Oh, mine does that.
Because it goes through probably. Stiffness.
Oh man, damping just messed me up.
Okay, you can go. You see stiffness PS per spring. You can put them all on, and it will make you make the calculation more accurate. But don't spend too much time on that. This is useless anyways.